F1 2018 Game Review. F1 2018 is the next instalment in the Codemasters F1 game franchise, but is it worth separating with £40, €44 or 5,621 yen of your hard-earned cash? Well, you've come to the right place to find out. Let's kick things off with Career Mode. Career Mode is the biggest selling point of the F1 game franchise. It enables you to create a character and build an F1 career from scratch for up to 10 seasons with a team of your choice. For this year, they've upgraded their research and development area even further, creating bespoke development paths for each team, which is a nice little addition. Combine this with the introduction of mid-season rule changes means that a lot of people's career modes will get a little bit spicy. However, to work and upgrade the R&D tree, you need resource points. And the biggest way of earning this is completing each individual challenge in practice, such as track acclimatization, ERS saving, which is new, and a few others. But I can't get over the fact that doing them over and over again for every race weekend is just not that fun. This may not be the same opinion for everyone, but doing these challenges in every single practice session to get maximum resource points is quite frankly a bit dull. Moving forward, I'd like to see more innovative story-based challenges to keep the player enticed throughout an entire season. Another new addition to career mode is interviews. Well, can we call them new, seeing as they were originally in F1 2010? I've wanted these back for so long, so it's great that they've implemented them to add a little bit more of a story to your journey. Although giving me about 10 seconds to read 4 different answers and to decide what I'm going to say is a little short. It takes me 5 minutes to work out whether I want toast or cereal in the morning. One thing that didn't take me 5 minutes to notice is that the AI, the computer that you're racing against, are much more consistent in the way that they battle and actually give you a run for your money, especially in lap 1. I'll be honest, I've never been a career mode man myself, but Codemasters are slowly but surely getting there with the story aspects which will keep my short attention span for at least a couple of seasons. I'm going to say career mode is worth 1,872 yen of my hard-earned cash. Let's move on to the F1 2018 cars themselves. I'm a controller player at heart and I have to say I found it rather difficult playing for the first time. The cars still produce an unbelievable amount of torque with no assists, so you have to be extremely wary when pressing down on the throttle, especially around 4th gear when you think the car is planted, only for the rear end to decide it wants a party. One thing I noticed whilst driving is that most of the runoffs and curbs are lethal. Remember that ex-girlfriend of yours that you dumped by text? Yeah, she's friendlier than these. For all those hardcore sim racers out there that will cringe at this statement, I'm sorry, but F1 2018 is the closest Codemasters have got so far to creating a simulation experience. Codemasters themselves say it is the most accurate F1 car simulation model yet, which in my opinion is a win for everyone. Apart from controller players. My assessment is that the wheel will be at least a few tenths quicker than the controller. Furthermore, the introduction of ERS management within the car is another element that adds to the overall strategy of a race, and I can guarantee we'll be seeing some flat batteries in online races to come. Duracell have really missed an advertising opportunity here. So what do I think to the overall handling? I like it. They've kept it fresh and something people have to adapt to once again, which is exactly what real-life F1 drivers have to do year in, year out. Plus, driving the Mercedes in time trial around Paul Ricard is honestly the most rewarding experience I've ever had on an F1 game. It handles like a dream. With all that being said, the new F1 2018 cars are worth 1,102 yen of my hard-earned cash. Now, classic cars. Where do I begin with these? Firstly, I like the fact Codemasters have added a few more to the roster, but the difference in driving them is unbelievable. Yes, I know some of them are extremely hard to drive 70s classics, and others are glorious beasts from the 2000s, but the old school ones are just so unrewarding to drive. The feedback you get from them is poor, which makes them even more difficult to handle. Intertwining the classic cars with career mode, which was in F1 2017 too, is a nice idea but still not executed correctly. Why would I do a random invitational event around Suzuka to do a checkpoint challenge after the Australian Grand Prix? It just makes it feel like they're included purely for the sake of it. The classic cars are worth a mere 264 yen of my hard-earned cash. Multiplayer. Now, Codemasters have been haunted by issues over the years when it comes to wheel-to-wheel racing with people from across the world, so I do not hold out too much hope that all the problems have magically disappeared. As for the structure of the multiplayer experience, I'd say it's much improved. Having a leveling system, safety rating and the ability to work towards something online as well as offline really does add to the longevity of the game. If the online is fully functioning, Codemasters can have all 5,621 yen of my hard-earned cash. Quick word on graphics. The cars and tracks look incredible, but the people still could do with some work. Animation wise, they still just look a little off when you compare it to the likes of FIFA, which is probably an unfair comparison when you look at the size of EA and Codemasters as companies. Oh, and one last thing, is it just me or are the transitions between scenes a bit strange with a side wipe motion? As for my hard-earned cash, I'm going to concentrate on the in-game graphics for this assessment and offer 812 yen precisely. In a nutshell, it looks pretty good. Overall, F1 2018 doesn't have many huge feature announcements, but it is another step forward for the franchise. The handling is difficult for seasoned gamers, but easy enough to pick up and play with assists on. The career mode has taken another step forward, although I would like to see more story elements to it, and the in-game car graphics and replays are stunning, although could do with a bit of work in other areas of the game. My overall rating for F1 2018 is 4,050 yen plus however stable multiplayer is, which we'll find out on release day. So it could, technically, take us over 9,600 yen. Please don't actually bill me, Codemasters, thanks. And if you're not following on the whole money scale, I'm going to give F1 2018 7.5 out of 10. From what you've seen, will F1 2018 be the best F1 game ever made? Let us know in the comment section below.